Hello, everybody.
Hello.
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 We are back. We just fainted. As you can
Yes.
tell from I closed my eyes and fell into blackness.
Yes. Fainting it occurred.
Fainting
Now we are
occurred.
not.
When I wake up, Anise is setting a tray of food down on my bedside table. She does not notice as I slowly rise from the bed. I am now a zombie. Anise? Oh, Princess, you're up. We were worried about you. Lady Delora and Lady Parfait said you were just out because of shock, but still. How long have I been asleep? Oh, just a few hours, Princess. Don't worry about chores for now. Lady Delora says that if you're feeling better, you can use Mr. Broom. Just thinking about using Mr. Broom gives me a headache. Sorry.
Did you have to cough just then so it sounds suggestive?
Yes, because using Mr. Broom does sound vaguely suggestive. Because it is kind of, phallic shaped.
Yes.
Where are Karma and Waltz? Waltz is scouting the town looking for the man that captured you. And Karma, sharpening his sword. I think he might be in his room, Princess. He's got patrol tonight, so he's resting a little bit. Well, if he has patrol tonight, that must mean he was resting this morning, too. How did he know I needed help? You need anything, Princess? No, I am going to visit Karma. Ooh. What? To thank him. However, he knew if Carmen hadn't been there, things would not have ended so well. Yes. That's sweet, Princess. Or, just basic human dignity and kindness.
Basic manners,
Yeah, manners. That's what I was going for, but couldn't find the word for. Oh, and Lady Delora wants to talk to you about what happened when you're feeling up to it. Okay. I wait until Anise leaves the room before I follow her. It is only after I exit my room that I realise I do not know where Karma's room is. Anise must have assumed that I already knew, with us being partners and all. It's fine. I do not need Anise's assistance for this. I can find Karma's room on my own, where I will find a rose that is slowly wilting and dropping petals one by one, I'm assuming. It takes me some time, but I eventually find a room with his name on it, the door in careful, flowery letters. It suits him. I simply open the door without thinking to knock.
Because I'm an asshole. Well, okay then. Armpit tattoo.
Armpit tattoo. That's not... I suppose that might be pectoral tattoo.
It's just... Ish.
I expected to find Karma lying in bed, but instead he's standing in front of a mirror changing his clothes.
This is why you knock.
Mm-hmm.
Princess.
Oh. I do not think I've ever seen a shirtless man before.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to leave now, she says. Then just stands there.
Yes.
Oh, indeed.
He turns... Oh, fucking hell. Okay, right. He turns to me and the realisation that he's standing there in just his pants hits me hard in the stomach. That's not the bit. That's not the bit that's hitting you hard, love.
Yeah. Be slightly lower.
My face feels incredibly, uncomfortably warm.
Yeah.
Why are you just...
Literally, that's what she says. This is what she intends to say at the bottom, which she actually says is...
Why are you just standing there? Put on your clothes. You're also just standing there. Fucking hell. And then I noticed the large tattoo on his chest. In his armpit.
Chest, yeah.
It is a rose ensnared by many vines. See?
Those are vines?
I guess so. I stare at it for a few moments before Karma puts a hand there to conceal it.
It's rude to go into a lady's room unannounced, Or anyone else's.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, look. It's literally a mirror image of ours. Well, to be fair, it's an inn, so
Yeah, well. Karma slips his usual dress on carefully over his head and then approaches me.
He's holding a t-shirt. What the hell? And it was black. What's going on?
I don't know. You don't know. It's just happening. I take a step back without realising. Karma raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me mischievously. It's a familiar look, but it rattles me more now than it ever has before.
My princess, you're red as a tomato. Are you okay?
Is Karma not wearing lipstick? I thought... Hang on. Is this actually a thing that's actually changed, or does she not normally wear... He not normally wear lipstick? I can't... I feel
I'm
like...
sure there was more for contrast when they do the licky lips thing, but yeah.
No.
Besides, they've only just put clothing on, so you know.
Fair. Does this man always need to point out the obvious? I'm fine.
There's no need to shout, darling. Now, what did you come here for? To see me, the beautiful Karma?
Does everything always have to revolve around you?
This is my room. Yes, well, you're breaking into my room.
I'm barely able to stifle a sigh, so I don't bother.
Well?
No, there's normally more than there. Anyway, I cross my arms and frown at him. His smile makes it harder to get my next words out. I came here to thank you.
Brr. Do my ears deceive me? What did you say, princess? Princess?
Thank you for saving me.
I saw you fight back. That was a very admirable attempt.
You saw me?
Yes, I have eyes. Yes, you were coming to the end of the alleyway.
But I didn't manage to escape.
It doesn't matter, princess. You certainly made the effort. But I digress. You're quite welcome, princess. It was my pleasure.
I should leave.
I didn't lie down. Wait, what?
I need a cold shower. I turn to leave, but Karma grabs my hand and pulls me back.
But princess, don't you owe me something? Oh, God.
What? Huh? So Karma was expecting something in return after all. I should have known.
I think you owe me an apology. You did come into my room unannounced, after all. Okay, not as creepy as but we were probably meant to expect that was going, thank God.
What is he talking about?
Since you broke into my room, I demand you help me with my makeup. Then I will forget the transgression. Yay, they actually did put that much effort into the pictures.
Oh my God.
I
thought it looked different. I actually quite like this at this point, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Blah!
Your makeup.
Yes, the thing that goes on my face, darling.
I thought you were resting because you were going on patrol tonight.
Resting? Nonsense! I have much to do. My makeup earlier was so messy that I washed my face in order to reapply it.
I cannot believe I'm going to agree to this. Fine.
Ah, what a splendid day today is. Come, princess, let's do this by a mirror.
Karma pulls me
and
over
the makeup. Oh,
Karma pulls me over to the mirror where I can see both of our faces reflecting his surprising variety of makeup on the dresser beside him.
Yeah, we'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
The dresser is not near that. It's a different mirror.
Okay, let's just put it like this.
It.
Considering they did actually change the main character model, I am okay with them not putting makeup on the nightstand.
Well, there's not even a dresser that they mentioned, so I'm assuming it's the other side of the room that we can't see, and the full-length mirror is a different mirror, just for outfits.
Yes, because mirrors are cheap. Face. We know that in olden times.
Oh yeah, look, they've got witches and wizards in this place. Well, fairies rather than wizards.
Yeah, but still, mirrors are made from shit. Just
you.
Anyway, I do not even care much for my appearance. Why am I helping Karma with his makeup?
Oh yeah, you care so little. You're wearing a tiara and you do your hair every morning. Right, which feature on the face do you think the most important one to highlight, princess? Nose, massive nose, bright red.
Well, I'm going for lips because I found that really disconcerting when staring at him, but I bet it's not an option. What?
What are your eyes attracted to the most on a person's face? When they're laughing, when they smile, ears.
Ears, yeah.
It's a really weird answer.
Why is he asking for me for my opinion on something so trivial?
The cheeks. I just like that. I'm going to stare at your cheeks when you laugh.
Lips, because, yeah.
Yeah.
because that's what they want to say. So
Yeah.
despite
It's also the only facial feature that doesn't have hair over it as well.
yeah, and it's bloody fucking. It was so fucking glaring that even I noticed that. Despite myself, I find myself dropping to Karma's lips.
Hmm.
Why do I feel like I'm walking into a trap? Because
A sexy trap.
Okay. The lips?
My princess, I didn't think I'd ever hear you say that you looked at my lips when I smiled.
I didn't say that. I actually was saying that as me before I actually said that as her.
Next time her face pops up, look at it. Oh, but you did, and princess, I do believe you're blushing. Because she was.
Go back.
Yeah, go back. She is.
She is.
She was actually blushing. Blushing, not brushing. She wasn't brushing her cheeks. That'd be a bit weird.
Even though Karma never said he was referring to his features, I thought about his lips anyway.
It's quite heavily implied.
Yeah. The thought makes my heart flop, though I do not have the faintest idea why.
Flop? What the fuck? I've never heard it phrased like that before. My heart flopped. What, fell over? What? Anyway, I agree. The eyes are important. A smile isn't quite as brilliant without the lips. It wouldn't be a smile then, it'd be some kind of hideous grimace.
Without the lips. Try to imagine a smile without lips and shudder.
It's because it's not a smile, it's a grimace at that point. Sorry, princess, I misspoke. Try to dispel the image from your mind. Nope, nightmare fuel. Stuck in there now.
I have no mouth and I must scream.
Anyway, I'll let you choose the order of things.
Fine.
Don't make me look like a clown, princess. I know how much you do like to tease me, but I need to get out of here quickly today.
If you need to leave quickly, shouldn't you do your makeup yourself?
Be quicker to have someone else do it, actually. Just thinking you don't have to do the... Well, I suppose enough muscle memory from practice, it won't make much difference. But anyway, I'm just thinking of the angles and stuff. And it's the opportunity to have you help me. Nonsense! If I can, I'll have you help with my hair some other time. The way you do yours is beautiful. Or I do actually hope there's a thing we can choose the hairstyle. That'd be really fun.
That would be really cool, actually.
Chameleon. Tiny chameleons everywhere.
I always put effort into my hair, as Mother always emphasised the importance of looking like a princess. But I've never received a compliment on my hairstyle before. Karma gives me his makeup supplies and I start laying the colour on his face. When we are this close, I cannot help but carefully inspect every one of his features. I do not even think I even did something like this with Mother.
You know, princess, I don't think I deserve your thanks.
I pause and raise an eyebrow at him. What?
You've been helping me for a while, and I haven't helped you with your curse at all. What I did today was just coincidence.
It's not how thank yous work, but okay. A coincidence?
But you just happened to try and stab that person? What? I've heard you went to town with Waltz, and so I followed you too, because it was fucking creepy. I only happened to catch what happened in the alley. Why did you follow?
You managed to see me even when there were many other people who didn't.
Wasn't he on the ceiling? Or roof, sorry. I was on the ceiling.
I think so, yeah.
It's inside if he's on the ceiling, which probably means less help seeing people.
Spider Karma. Spider Karma.
Stand upside down on the ceiling. Aha! Get out of my house, please. Why are you in my bedroom? Go away. Just stand there saying, aha, at people upside down. Every time they come in the room.
Skirts around his ears.
Look at my pants. They have good eyes, probably.
Probably. It's not like you to be so humble.
Henry Punk, I am once again offended.
And why were you following us in the first place? That's quite creepy, actually. You said you were too tired to go into town today.
Stalking is love.
Stalking is love.
I was worried. It was strange not accompanying you today.
Worried? Why would you be worried? Karma looks puzzled for a few moments. He glances at himself in the mirror solemnly, then shrugs.
Intuition, perhaps?
Waltz mentioned something about feeling watched. Is there something Waltz and Karma are watching out for that I am not? Karma closes his eyes momentarily and takes the opportunity to dust his eyes with eyeshadow. He does not seem to mind.
I like this kind of, pump, pump, pump. Wow, that was efficient. Princess, you haven't spoken about what happened today with the L'Oreal Parfait, have you? I just woke up.
No, not yet.
Came to thank me first.
Yes.
Oh.
Karma falls into silence and I continue to work, sweeping blush onto his high cheekbones.
Do you know anything about the man who tried to drag you away today?
No, he doesn't like getting his hand bitten.
He looks like virtually everyone else we've ever met. Apart from the women. That's it.
No, he said he only worked for the king before telling me he could take me back to the palace.
I wonder how he recognized you.
I was wondering that myself.
How curious and alarming. The only ones who should pose a problem at this time are witches.
Witches, what do they want to do with me?
Well, I only mean that witches are the only ones who can see through our curses.
So that man spoke with a witch.
It's possible.
But why? Why would the witches want me back at the palace? Or was that man trying to lead me somewhere else? I suppose either way that the man couldn't have wanted to bring me back to the palace for a good reason.
It is possible that the witch gave a commoner description of you, but then why would...
Karma stops talking and looks back up at me with something like sympathy.
Sorry, I'm just running my head for ideas.
Are the witches really so dangerous? What do they want with me in the first place?
Rest assured, Princess, we will figure this out.
Like, probably. I nod my head slowly. But I have a lot of questions for Delora and Parfait, but it's possible that even they might not know everything. I need to think of my own as well, just in case they decide to keep more of their secrets. I look at Karma and shake my head. Next time I will be more wary. I won't let myself get caught unaware with my back to a fucking alleyway. Don't do that, people. Before I realise it, Karma had his hand on my cheek and he's staring at me solemnly. His eyes are as cool and unmoving as steel. See? Lipstick! Makeup! Yeah. There you go. I feel better now.
Felt less... It was like a sudden feeling of Uncanny Valley.
It was really creepy.
Princess, there won't be a next time.
That's what I said.
Next time I'll make sure that you're definitely not alone.
Had I been alone today, I might have actually been kidnapped. I know that, but I cannot show weakness. I just need to be more cautious. I am not some damsel in distress, you know.
We were earlier, literally. You were a damsel, you were in distress. Having someone at your back is far more comforting. Even on the battlefield, knights fight better together. Well, particularly on a battlefield. That's why that's kind of the job.
What might be helpful is you actually try and, fight.
Yeah.
Teach her to fight. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, also, blah!
What's wrong?
Nothing.
He moves his hand away from my face and stands up, sighing. His eyes suddenly look distant and his posture is stiff.
I think we're about done here, right?
You haven't finished your makeup, though. Wait, why am I even concerned about that?
Oh, sometimes simple is better. Or would you like me to sit back down? I do enjoy being pampered by you, Princess.
I take it back. We're definitely done. I do like these two. I know I feel very weird saying it, but I do like these two.
Good. Thank you for your hard work.
In an instant, the mood changes, and a bright smile once again graces Karma's face.
As much as I hate to do this, I'm going to have to leave you, darling. I have business in town and in the patrol later tonight.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Sparkly face. I probably won't see you for the rest of the day, but... Thank you.
Is he thanking me for putting on his makeup? It was such a small thing.
Just say thank you, you did.
You're welcome. You already thanked me, though.
Well, now you can tell I'm twice as thankful as the normal person.
That doesn't make any sense, but it's Karma. A lot of the things he says does not make sense. I leave the room with Karma, and he leaves the tavern as I go to find Parfait and Delora. The two of them are seated together in the reception, speaking in hushed voices when I arrive. They both pause to look at me as I walk into the room.
Well, if it isn't the princess. Took you long enough to come and see us.
Anise told us you were unharmed. We're glad to see you safe, Princess.
So, how about telling us what happened?
When prompted, I tell them everything that transpired in the alleyway. The two listen, and only exchange a solemn glance when I am done. Do you know something about all of this that I don't? Why would the witches be after me in the first place, aside from the fact that I am actually genuinely a princess?
Do you remember what we... Wrong voice completely there. Do you remember what we said about the Tenenbaum corrupting witches? Well, those witches don't like seeing curses broken. They meddle where they can, because they can.
That is why I cast a glamour on you when you arrived here, so you could remain hidden from magical eyes. I did it to protect you. Have we heard about this before?
No.
Okay.
You did a what? You did a what without permission? It's what?
It seems vaguely...
Consent matters? What?
To protect me, I feel like there is more to this that they are hiding, but I do not think any amount of convincing will get them to say anything. Forgive us, Princess. We're not entirely sure what's going on either, though if it was a human that captured you, he must be working with the witches somehow.
Troublesome, to say the least. But we don't know the details yet. Give us some time to figure things out.
Until we figure out who that man is and who he's working for, you need to have an escort with you out of the marching at all times. Do you understand?
How about this expert swordsman who lives upstairs? Will that do?
Seems reasonable. And once you figure it out, you will tell me. And the two exchange another look, which only makes me more frustrated. They are obviously keeping secrets, and right in front of me.
We'll tell you once everything falls into place.
Don't worry, Princess. We'll never let you be put in any danger, apart from today, when you're in lots and lots of danger. Ugh. The silence is what ends our conversation. I make my way back to my room, feeling heavy. I feel like a fly caught in a spider's web. I try my best to clear my mind as I return to my room. Yes.
Here is karma. We do not know why.
The days go by slowly, and I make no progress with my curse. Karma is busy with the knights today, and Delora and Parfait are busy talking with Rumpel about his curse in his room. Tonight is the perfect night to go and wander the town by myself, but I'm not an idiot, so I don't.
Yeah. What? Does she not remember the previous scene?
No. I need to see if I can find out anything about the witches and what is happening around the kingdom.
Oh, God, it's another Nicole.
Delora and Parfait are not going to tell me anything, and no one has wanted to take me out of the Marchen since the kidnapping attempt.
Surprisingly. Who would have thought?
These thoughts spiral helplessly in my mind as I sit at a table. I've just finished working for the day, and the activity in the Marchen is beginning to wind down. Garland stands at the door as the last few customers leave the Marchen. Urian is walking around the room to make sure there are no problems. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice two men pause halfway across the room to glance back at her. Can overhear their words from where I am.
She's an art, eh?
She's too proud to let a man dote on her.
Bleeding shame indeed. You think you want her to say something to her?
Oh, that's Nicole. Oh, fucking hell. You two?
Nah!
Garland is suddenly standing behind the two men as an uncharacteristically dark glare on his face.
Is there a problem?
Does a closing for the night? I'm gonna ask you to leave, please.
No need to be outside Totland. Run away out now.
The two men walk out and Garland stands in the middle of the tavern area, glaring after them. He has more or less pushed them out of the tavern. If Anise had seen that, she'd probably have scolded him.
Hey, darling.
Hmm?
You okay?
Of course.
You think you can fool me? I've known you long enough to know that somebody's bothering you.
Neither of the knights seem to notice me here, and if they do, they ignore me. Urian is still looking insistently at Garland, who looks down at the floor. Is he going to say something to her? Garland says nothing, though. He looks at a loss for words. Finally, Urian reaches out and pokes his shoulder. He looks up, startled.
Still the same as always, the silent, watchful night. Only say things with certainty when he knows they're the truth. Even the princess is waiting for you to say something.
Both knights look at me and Garland seems surprised. I raise an eyebrow at him and he hurriedly looks away. Patrol is starting soon. I'll head out first.
Alright, stay safe.
Garland nods at her with a little smile before he leaves the tavern.
Going to sleep soon, princess.
I was just going to head up. I stand up and I get ready to move to my room, but stop once more to look at Urian. Did you hear what those men were saying?
About me being too proud or something.
Ah, so she did hear them, but chose to say nothing.
Don't bother me, they're right. I've been independent for a long time. I never think of myself pledging my safety to a man I barely know. I can take care of myself.
Blunt and to the point, Urian was really admired for that honesty in the palace.
The only men I've trusted before my fellow knights. Garland most of all, since we've always been partners.
She does not explain any further. I decide that is for the better. The sooner everyone is cleared out, the sooner I can leave the mansion.
And do a stupid.
Yes, tonight is the night I go looking for answers.
Good! So.
Let it go.
I have a hood.
Sorry,
I'm
Karma.
incognito.
But I can handle myself. I'm going to prove it tonight. I may not be able to fight, but I can still be cautious enough not to land myself in trouble. Okay, no fighting. Got it. Still, I do not happen to hear much of anything as I'm exploring the town tonight. Should have brought along some kind of weapon, but then I'd have to steal a knife from the kitchen. I'm not a thief. Hours pass before I pass a tavern filled with knights. Deciding that I will at least listen to what is happening at the palace, I linger by the open door and listen to what the men are saying.
I heard a young Fritz having an hard time of it.
I feel bad for the lad. Even Sir Alcestis thinks he's gone mad.
Well, he does keep talking about a princess that doesn't exist.
Fritz remembers me, but how?
Even his father's growing weary of his babbling.
Sir Mythos forced him on break the other day. Don't seem happy.
Well, Sir Mythos must think he's crazy too, poor Fritz.
Can you keep a secret?
The knights look at each other and I lean as close as I possibly can.
Apparently, the boy spoke some truth. Though Sir Alcestis doesn't quite believe it. He's looking for the daughter of the previous queen.
Yeah, the witch had a daughter.
The previous queen? Are they talking about Mother? How dare they call her a witch? Because she was blatantly a fucking witch!
Apparently she did. Now, I don't remember such a girl.
This is top secret.
Oh, sorry. This is top secret stuff. I just happened to wrestle this out with one of the lackeys looking for her.
What's Sir Alcestis need this girl for?
Oh, but certainly she's dangerous, and they want to get rid of her.
Are they talking about me? No! Oh, fucking hell.
I'm curious. How are we supposed to find this imaginary princess anyway? Does she have any features?
No, she doesn't have a face at all. Last man who went looking for her said she wore a special pendant round her neck.
I should get out of here. I turn to leave the tavern, but my cloak snags on the door and falls to the floor, tripping me up in the process. I end up falling halfway into the tavern where the chatter abruptly stops.
Is this... Oh, a lady.
The knights that were talking approaching me. One of them picks up my cloak. I attempt to grab my... Oh, fucking hell. Don't like this. I attempt to grab my cloak from their fingers, but they pull it away from me and I stumble into one of them.
Madam.
He moves to take my hand and then he stops when he sees my face.
Her face and a necklace.
What about her face?
You think she was spying on us?
Oh, witch.
Oh, for fuck's sake. One of the knights grabs me by the wrist and pulls me towards him. He's far stronger than the man in the alleyway was. Okay, so fighting's not going to work because he's a knight.
Yeah,
Right.
that might be difficult.
Unhand me right now. I am no witch.
Then there should be no problem. We're just going to take you in, and if there's a big understanding, We'll pay you ourselves, miss.
No, let me go. This behaviour is not befitting of a knight.
Come now, miss. Let's go back quietly.
Well, no fighting. Let's just convince them.
Okay.
Well, we've just established that fighting's not going to work. Fighting back is useless when I'm outnumbered. I have to try convincing them to I'm not who I think they am. You are mistaken, sirs. I happen to hear your conversation, and assuming I'm some imaginary princess is unreasonable. The knights look at each other.
You know, she has a point.
You're interested in our conversation. That's clearly suspicious.
Did you not hear what I just said? I happened to overhear it. Nothing more, and apparently I'm the clumsiest fuck in the world.
Really?
You were cloaked, as if you were trying to hide your features.
Being out at night without a cloak is a sure way to draw attention to a lady such as myself.
Besides, it keeps the warm in.
Mm.
Also, it doesn't really hide your features at all.
No,
there's a big hole in the front.
Basically, what you're looking for is balaclava.
Yeah. You know, she has a point.
Stop saying that, man.
Yeah, ma'am. There would be no problem with us taking you back to the palace. If we are mistaken, we'll clear up the misunderstanding and pay you handsomely.
Come on, let's get back to palace.
The knights lead me out onto the empty streets. Why? Why did I have to be so stubborn?
You're an idiot.
The knights continue pulling me down the path until we come to the narrow street. Everyone who sees us walks away to avoid the knights. There is fear in their eyes. Why? Why are they afraid of the knights? That's interesting. But I have done nothing wrong.
Ma'am, if it makes you feel any better, we're risking our rank on this as well. Oh, good. That's mine. That's great.
Oh, you're smart. Right, well done.
I don't know. I'm suspicious of...
Who goes there? What?
Who could it be? Who is this mysterious figure?
I look up and notice Karma's familiar figure walking towards us. What is he doing here, and why isn't he in his disguise?
Gentlemen, I ask you to unhand that woman. As a knight, I'd be ashamed to be seen treating a lady so terribly.
And who are you?
Her husband.
His what?
What? Sorry, that follow-up doesn't work grammatically at all. Unhand her, gentlemen, or taste my blade. Yes, I actually said that. So we're just going to take her to the palace to I will give you I'll give you to the count of 3.
One knight keeps his grip on me as the other draws his sword. I stare at Karma, who continues to count though the knight attacks him before... What? Who continues to count though the knight attacks him before his sword leaves the sheath. What?
There's a comma missing.
Oh, okay. Karma and the knight trades blows, but it is Karma that comes out victorious. His blade slides past the knight's shoulder, distracting him enough to give Karma the opening he needs.
Punch.
Karma reaches back with his free hands to knock the knight out with the blow to the head. Oh, shit.
Ah.
It may just be my imagination, but for a few moments I think I see the knight's blade glimmer across the surface of Karma's hand before he falls. The knight holding me holds his hands up in surrender.
I yield, sir. Seems no matter how the situation turns out, you are dishonourable. But please, sir.
Karma knocks him out and then stands beside me as he sheathes his sword. Karma,
A few moments, Henry Punk.
Karma spends some time forcing a potion from a vial down each of the knights' throats. I watch him quietly, fearing he might have killed them, but the knights seem only to be asleep.
A potion that Parfait gave me. It will make the men forget they ever saw you.
When Karma stands again, I notice the glimmer of blood on his hand and stare. You're hurt.
I was just in a sword fight and now I've got a minor scratch. It's fine. It's nothing.
I'm sorry.
Come on, princess. Let's go back.
He pulls me right out onto the main street and does not let go of my hand. I cannot bring myself to speak, because I did a stupid. Karma has saved me twice now. Not only that, but this time he's injured. Sorry.
What?
Sorry, it's on the right mouse click, so if I just accidentally misclick, I know I've done it, it's just like, fuck. But this time he's injured, and it says nothing, but his bloodied hand does not move at all. Why do I have to be so stubborn and insist I can handle myself? I do not speak for a long time.
Wow. Creepy children in
Eventually
70s dresses. What the hell?
I noticed people...
print.
Wow. We're back in the 70s, in ancient times. Eventually, I notice people start to stare.
Yeah.
Though before long, the staring grows worse. Young women begin following us, giggling from behind. I turn to Karma, who looks like he hasn't slept in days. Karma?
Sorry, Princess, I'm not in the mood to talk.
Those girls are walking right behind us. This is his curse? Karma?
Henry Punk, I said I'm in no mood to talk. Did you not hear?
We are being followed.
Ugh!
He stares behind us almost stupidly and then laughs hollowly when the girls see his face. They start to rush towards us, their voices rising and blending together into a horrendous cacophony.
Fangirls.
Ugh. Karma is not moving though. He looks resigned. Maybe he's too tired to realise what he wants to do. I tighten my grip on Karma's hand and pull him away, my pace quickening to a run as the girls chase after us, screaming at me angrily for taking Karma away from them.
There! Henry Punk, what are you doing?
Getting us out of here.
Henry Punk.
I lead him through the town and into little nooks and crannies where we manage to lose some of the crowd. Karma often led me through some of these spaces as shortcuts. Waltz knew them too. Once we are alone, I stop, falling to my knees and letting go of Karma's hand as I catch my breath. That really was a curse, having to run away from so many mindless women. That was difficult.
Henry Punk.
What? I did not mean to snap, but the tiredness is pressing on me too.
You helped me out of that.
Not really, she just made you run, to be fair. Well, of course I did. Why would I want to be chased by girls?
You could have left me behind and gone on alone. Instead, you helped me.
You helped me too. I guess I paid you back. Though, to be honest, I wasn't even thinking about repaying him for saving me. I just knew I didn't want Karma to be stuck trying to fend off all those girls. He was right about his curse. That is terrible. I just realised something. Karma kneels down beside me and waits for me to speak. My curse has people forget me, and yours has even strangers become fascinated with you. It's almost like our curses are opposites of each other, and yet...
Yet
we seem so similar. My eyes widen when I realise what I said.
We are similar, aren't we?
He holds out his good hand to me, and I let him lead me back to the tavern through the abandoned alleyways. My feet are heavy and all I want to do is sleep, but suddenly Karma is standing before me, his face grave.
Henry Punk, I have to thank you for helping me earlier. I'm sorry I froze like that and made it more difficult on you. It was so sudden and I was so tired, I had no motivation to move.
Shouldn't I be thanking you?
I'll accept your thanks, even though I wish you didn't have to thank me in the first place, you idiot. You should not have gone out on your own when you knew how dangerous it could be for you, you idiot.
I am sorry, I am an idiot.
I'll accept your apology too, you idiot, because I lost sleep over this.
I have no words for how I feel right now. Bad, I think, is probably a start.
Princess.
Don't know. Ew. Karma reaches for my hand again, and this time he holds it up and kisses the back of it. Suddenly, all my tiredness falls away.
You really are a handful. No pun intended.
I'm going to smack you, Bum.
What? But a delightful handful. I'm going to bandage this hand and then the rest. Then we'll talk later about all of this. Okay? I thought I misread it at first and thought it was going to be "What a delightful hand," which is going to.
Karma is quite creepy, but not that creepy. Also, look at the haircut. That's weird. The short thing and then the long.
That is a bit weird.
That's a bit odd. I don't know why.
It's ponytail at the top, I think.
Oh, good. That makes me feel better because... Yeah, no. But the blood...
The bleeding stopped on its own, Henry Punk. But it does need to be treated. Don't worry. It'll be fine.
Are you sure?
As sure as I can be. I don't lie. Not even for the sake of a pretty lady.
Fair. Karma lets my hand go as soon as we enter the Martian, and then bows politely before heading back to his room. I watch him go, my mind whirling. Does he usually kiss women's hands?
Oh, she's blushing again.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, matchmaking. Right, that's what it says. Chapter 6, matchmaking. You have to stop and squint at the text to work out what it says.
We've sepiaed! No, we've black
God,
and
it's gone
whited.
sepia. You really are a handful. But a delightful handful. Like a penis?
His words kept repeating in my head. I cannot stop hearing his voice and feeling his lips on my hand because I'm actually a teenage girl.
Well, she's literally a teenage girl.
Literally,
so yeah.
she's a teenage girl. That's the sort of thing that teenage girls get funny about. My face feels warm, and every time I think about his words, my heartbeat feels unsteady. I really have to stop thinking about that. Karma is karma, and he puts that on that overly polite act with everyone.
Blushing again.
But then I'm pretty sure I've never seen him do something like that with another person.
Only himself? What?
Possibly. I'll just go downstairs and stop thinking about all this. I need to tell Parfait and Delora what happened. Because of the time I returned to the Martian yesterday, I never spoke to anyone about what happened. Maybe someone's downstairs. Someone usually is. I leave my room and make my way downstairs to the reception. It's quiet when I enter, but not as silent as I thought it would be. Karma is seated at one of the tables, speaking quietly with Parfait and Delora. His injured hand is sitting on the table, bandaged. I cannot help but stare at it, my heart plummeting. His injury is my fault. Yes. Well,
yes.
Only in a roundabout kind of way.
Yeah.
It's more the fault of the person that stabbed him rather than you, even though if by your action... It's a whole kind of chain of responsibility. You shouldn't have gone out and put him in danger.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's necessarily your fault.
So, do you have yet to hear the entire story? No, I'm afraid I'm not quite privy to the information Waltz has. Is that correct?
Waltz has been directly involved in this far longer than you have. What about Waltz?
Princess, you're up early.
They all turn to look at me as I stand at the table. Karma still looks tired and is not in his dress. He looks sombre but still smiles at me.
Henry Punk, how nice of you to join us.
When did he start saying my name without my title? Like, literally, I think this is the first time.
Henry Punk, you've run into a lot of different mishaps this week, haven't you?
Now, the way you say that is accusatory.
Well, yes, Delora. That's what she does. I thought you would be stubbornly avoiding work. Instead, you go out of your way to get yourself into trouble.
This involves me directly. How would I not be curious?
We've also been irresponsible, sneaking out without any of us knowing. We should lock the door. That would help.
I have the freedom to do whatever I want. I even wore a cloak too. Oh no, the cloak. I left it at the bar. I feel a nudge at my arm and Karma is handing out my cloak with a tired smile. You went back to get this? When?
Yesterday, when you were still in bed.
You've been running yourself dry these last few days, Karma.
It's nothing, collapses.
Thank you.
Boo! What's this? Our ice princess is thanking someone.
Why is that something so strange? Because you've never done it before. Well, you have.
Oh, come now, she's not so icy. Henry Punk is more fire than anything. She's filled with unbridled passion and confidence.
Misplaced confidence. Confidence that has gotten me nowhere so far.
Don't look so dour, Henry Punk. You've become quite the accomplished woman. Really?
Karma gestures towards me and I flush, unsure of what he's talking about. Then I notice Delora's eyes are on me too.
Oh, parfait. Do you see that? Seven points and laughs as she blushes. That's basically.
What are they looking at? I reach down to grab my necklace and then pause. I cannot stop the gasp that leaves my lips.
It's less shitty.
It's less shit, woo!
Wait a minute, so the necklace they identified her by didn't even have the heel on it or anything?
Yeah, it wasn't actually a thing, it was just a necklace, apparently.
Yeah, and she was identified by it, basically.
Yep.
Oh, they said she has a necklace. A necklace of just this couple of... Ugh. Anyway.
When did this happen?
Princess, you didn't realise there was an extra piece on your necklace?
Congratulations, Princess Henry Punk. You're a step closer to breaking your curse. I feel proud? I only ever felt this way around Mother.
She did me a great favour yesterday. If not for Henry Punk, I might have been suffocated beneath a pile of very excited women.
Oh, wait, helping Karma escape was a good deed?
She was selfless.
Not even mentioning the injury he got protecting me. Parfait and Delora are both smiling, but the cheerful mood does not last long. What were you all talking about before I came down?
That's your kidnapping. Well, kidnappings. Both of them. It looks like we have a serious problem on our hands.
And what do you know about this? What does Waltz know that I do not?
Princess, it's more about what everyone else knows that you don't. Well, is her skirt being tucked into her pants the entire time?
What everyone else knows. I feel anger begin to simmer inside of me. Even though he looks apologetic, he says it so casually. What are you all hiding from me?
Let's gather everyone later, shall we? I think Waltz might want to be here for this too.
What does Waltz have to do with any of it?
Be patient, Princess. You've already waited this long. What's another few hours?
It's another few hours to start with.
Yeah.
I have no choice to agree when Parfait and Delora refuse to say any more, but I am not happy about it. I spend the rest of my time doing idle chores around the tavern. I do a round of sweeping with Mr. Broom and mindlessly organise some of the bottles. I cannot believe everyone knows something about me that I don't. But now I'll find out the entire story. Maybe it'll answer some of the questions I have. But why are they keeping things about me a secret to begin with?
Which?
Delora gathers everyone in the tavern to discuss the kidnappings. I decide to sit in between Waltz and Karma, so I can hit them. So we have a story to tell.
Story to... Oh, God, he's here. I can't remember the voice acting for this, apart from some kind of arsehole. Oh, no, it was story time, eh? I'm not surprised it was romance, was it? I've only got one track mind. How can you stand to make comments like that constantly? How do you stand to live a lie?
Punch him! Punch him!
Yeah.
The two glare at each other across the table, but Dolores silences them. Dolores starts with a story about the Great War, one that I've heard of so many times and I can recite myself. What does this have anything of this to have to do with me?
Because of the fairy tales, witches like myself were punished for simply existing. Our leader, the Tenenbaum Bearer, was a kind witch that was overtaken by the grief that our people suffered. She was driven so far into madness that she created the fairy tale curse to punish humans and make them suffer as the witches had. And when that wasn't enough, she committed the ultimate taboo. She killed a human with a stick.
I tried to stop her, but the time I thought to act, it was too late. So
What do you
it's
mean
really
thought to
my
act?
fault.
Do you mean thought to act? Or just stood there watching her? She's going, all right, I'm going to poke him with this stick until he dies. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm going to poke him with this stick. See, I'm poking him now. Oh, I don't think she'll really do it. Oh, no, he's dead.
Knowing that Delora and Parfait were involved in the Great Wars make it seem more real. But wasn't the Tenabarum bearer killed? How can the fairy tale curse continue to spread if she is dead? I believe the Tenabarum bearer sacrificed the last bit of her life to continue powering the Tenabarum. Well, fuck it.
The magic crystal thing. All to ensure that the remaining witches could continue spreading the fairy tale curse. Is none of this ringing a bell for you?
What are you talking about?
She really did erase your memories.
Erase.
The witch who died, the Tenenbaum bearer, was your mother, Princess Henry Punk.
Obviously.
Ba ba ba.
What? For some reason, I turn to look at Karma, who is one of the only people who doesn't look away from me.
I grew up outside of this kingdom. Even I knew of the terrible witch Hildir.
You expect me to believe any of this? Mother was... She wasn't a witch. I would remember that.
Well, you would if you had your memories of the war and the years before that. Is that mine or yours? I can't remember.
I think I'm Garland.
Oh, right.
Yeah, under Hildy's rule, the palace was a dark place.
The king didn't really have any power until Hildir was defeated.
That goes for the rest of us, too, who were slaves to Hildir.
Delora's eyes flicker to Waltz.
It's the truth. Waltz knows because he is also a witch. He experienced Hildir's command over the witches firsthand as well.
Waltz is a witch.
Yeah. Sorry for keeping it secret, Princess. It's not as if I can use much magic anymore anyway. Not when I'm cursed. And admittedly, the entire time we've been talking about this, we've only mentioned humans being affected by the curse. Okay, I've gone from stepdaughter son to slightly South African, but okay.
I was trying to avoid mentioning it, but yes. This is just another secret of many. It seems everyone is hiding something. Everyone was freed after Hildir's reign, witches, fairies, and humans alike. The king was even able to marry Ophelia, the woman he has always truly loved. Burn. So it has always been Ophelia that he truly loved. Was that the reason I never felt any love from him, because I was my mother's daughter? He gave up on me. No, dear, I don't think he gave up on me.
Well, and also he didn't have any choice about consummating the wedding, so might bring back some nasty memories.
Yeah, possibly.
Just saying.
Yes. My voice is too loud in the reception area. I feel it crack beneath the pressure, and suddenly I want to cry. But Mother told me so many times not to cry. The king gave up on me, but Mother didn't. Mother would tell me this was all a lie. She would tell me not to trust anyone. They must be lying. I turn to Karma for some reason. I trust him more than I trust Delora or Parfait because...
Loins.
Huh?
Because of her loins. That's why she trusts him more.
Yeah, and also because those two don't actually tell her anything.
That's true.
I wouldn't trust them either. Is this the truth?
I was told the story of Hildir and her daughter, Henry Punk. They said they were the picture of elegance, but that you shared your mother's icy nature. But I don't think that's true at all. If Hildir was ice, then you're most certainly a warm fire.
If my mother was a witch, then what does that make me?
A because she's half witch. She's a witch. She's just a
She's
You're a witch as well, whether or not you were ever taught to use magic. On your upcoming birthday, you'll become the Tenabarum bearer.
Do you realise how ridiculous this all sounds? But
Yeah,
then I
magic
do
rock.
live in a world where magic exists. Me, a witch. The king never said anything. And now I cannot even ask him if this is the truth because I'm cursed. Why would you even curse me? We didn't want a repeat of the tragedy, Henry Ponk.
I sat on your shelves for almost a year, Princess. I had to hold in a pea the entire time. There was ice in your heart, and if you had inherited the Tenebrarum in that state, who knows what would have happened?
Then why didn't you just tell me any of this? Delora and Parfait look at each other before dropping their gazes to the ground.
Thought you might go on a murder spree. If we had told you that before, would you have bothered to listen? The king must have tried to do the same thing, and look how that turned out. You shut out everyone who's ever tried to tell you about Hildir's true nature.
That is probably true, actually. Even now I'm having trouble believing that they are telling me the truth. The whole world feels as if it's collapsing around me. I need to escape. I need to go out and be somewhere else. But why are the witches looking for me?
Because you can have the magic rock. You're the heir to the Tenebrarum. No doubt the evil witches, which is every witch that isn't me, want you to on their side so they can continue wreaking havoc in Angers with the fairy tale curse. The men that were looking for Henry Punk were not witches, though. They were knights. Perhaps the witches and the knights are working together.
Yeah, this must be part of Alucard's escape to steal the throne.
What are you talking about?
The reason why darling and I left the Order of Caldera was because the king didn't believe us about Alucard's coup.
How would he know of a princess's identity, though? Anyone who isn't a witch, a fairy, or isn't cursed shouldn't be able to remember her.
But now we know that it's not just the witches looking for the princess, but the knights of the Order of Caldera as well. They definitely have a description of her from someone. Henry Punk?
Low res.
Look into my low-res eyes.
Karma reaches out her hand to touch my shoulder and I flinch back before standing up. I cannot speak about this now. I want to be alone.
Bryn. Let her go. She'll need a lot of time to think. Whoa!
I leave everyone sitting at the table as I try to process the whirling thoughts in my mind. Hildir, my mother, the only person I ever thought loved me was the Tenebrarum bearer, a witch, the first witch to kill a human. That witch that started the fairy tale curse. All this time I thought Mother was the only one who cared, but what if she never did? I stay in my room for a long time trying to process everything I've been told.
Here is Karma.
Days go by before I decide to leave the tavern again to watch Karma practice with the knights.
I'm assuming she's just drunk the entire time. That's what she means by
Possibly.
that.
But I think that's possibly a good place to close the episode.
What was
Thinking
she's getting over the hangover from weeks
Yeah.
of just drinking nothing but ale and slumped over a table.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
at least she
definitely
hasn't
what
had
happened.
an episode with Mr. Broom then.
That's true. So an episode with Mr. Broom sounds even more suggestive and sounds like some kind of comedy porn series.
It's almost as if it's calculated. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.